I developed dry eye about 2 years ago, and my sister, who's an optometrist, tried to help me with it. We tried many prescription drugs, drops, everything. Nothing seemed to help much. And then I had surgery, and that helped a little, but it didn't help quite a lot, as much as I hoped it would. And then eventually she found Cleardex, gave me the Cleardex, and I was able to, in about 2 weeks, it cleared up most of my dry eye. Cleardex solved the problem that the surgery couldn't completely solve, because afterwards I felt worse after the surgery for quite a while. My eyes would clam up in the mornings, and I wouldn't be able to open them without physical force. And the only thing that would get rid of it was heavy steroids in my eyes. But I was able to get off the steroids with the Cleardex because it alleviated the problem within about a week. I didn't think that a wipe would help any more than the surgery did, because that took, a lot of effort and so forth. And I didn't think that a little tiny wipe that I used every day was going to do much. But to my surprise, in a couple weeks, my eyes were much, much better. After going through 2 years of trying every kind of medication known to man, and then having surgery, and that not helping very much, finding just a little tiny wipe that helped, relieve most of all the symptoms and everything like that was a godsend. My dry eyes affected me quite a lot mentally and physically. One, I couldn't work, and I work in front of a computer, which is bad enough on the eyes. And two, by the end of the day, I was tired, I had headaches, I was grumpy, I wouldn't get along with anybody because my eyes were horrible. But now, my eyes can go all day without any major problems because the Cleardex wipes I use every day. Cleardex has had a powerful impact on my life because before, I wasn't able to do my job. I wasn't able to do things. Since I started it and my eyes have come back to normal, I've been able to take a new position, a new job. I've moved. I've been able to work every day on a computer again. I have 2 jobs now, technically, that I work, both of them in front of a computer most of the day. So I've been able to get back to kind of having a normal day and a normal life. The surgery only helped marginally. After that, I still had terrible dry eye. I still had, my eyes would crust up and they were red and swollen. And I tried steroids still after that, and that was the only thing that got any relief. But it still didn't help me all the way. But the only thing that got me off steroids was the Cleardex. I don't have to take the steroids anymore. And with the risks associated with steroids of developing cataracts and things like that from long-term use, the Cleardex is a much better option. My sister and father are both optometrists, and my sister introduced me to Cleardex because she knew what I was going through with my eyes, because she was seeing me constantly. And so when she saw, the first time I came back to see her, she saw how much my eyes had improved. Most of the red was gone. My eyelids were the right thickness again. And so she was really impressed with just using the wipe, how much it had helped in a small amount of time. For anyone out there that has, a condition, a chronic dry eye condition, I would give Cleardex a chance, because I never thought anything would help. I was in a pit of despair thinking my eyes, I was going to have to quit my job doing animation and all that stuff because I didn't think I could do it anymore. But the Cleardex got me back on to where I could actually work and do things again. Not only did Cleardex clear up my eyes, but it allowed me to get back to work long hours again, which I wasn't able to do before. Everything like that, I got most of my life back because of them. Cleardex just pretty much got rid of the problem. I mean, it only took about a week before, I felt totally fine again. And, I use them every day, once a day. I started twice a day, now I only go once. And they seem to work pretty good. I wouldn't want to imagine going back before Cleardex, because it was horrible. My eyes were just red and swollen and constantly irritated all day long. It's amazing to go from a point of where you're just in so much pain constantly from the moment you get up till you go to bed, to then finally, in the span of a week, all of a sudden again you have everything back, and there's no chronic pain, there's no inflammation, everything's just gone. It was amazing. Yeah, it's pretty profound how easily and how quickly just a single wipe with some oils in it could, alleviate all these problems that nothing other medical science could really cure. If anyone was doubtful whether or not Cleardex worked, I would probably just show them the scars on my upper eyes and tell them what I went through just trying to cure my simple problem that basically took my life away for a long time. And I didn't think it would work. a lot of people I know didn't think it would work, but in 1 week it just made everything go away. I love Clearadex. I mean, without it, I don't know what I'd be doing right now because my everything has changed for me in the last year just because I was able to get my life back and get my job back and get my source of income back and everything like that. Before, I was in doubt of whether or not I would be able to keep doing that because my sister, my father, who are both optometrists, they tried to help me as much as possible, but none of the conventional treatments will work at all. And so I owe Clearadex a lot for that. Yeah, Cleardeck's definitely changed the path of my life because I wouldn't be here now where I am, in the city I am, and the job I am without it because I would be still stuck in in a room, in a dark room where my eyes wouldn't be, get all, jacked up because of that. My eyes were really bad. I could only get about 2 hours out of the day where I could work before my eyes were completely bloodshot, tearing, dry. I mean, it was beyond belief how bad they were. My sister, the optometrist, she hadn't seen anything like it in a long time because my eyes were really, really bad. And, it got to a point, I mean, I was in tears at most point because I just felt like I couldn't, nothing was going to help. They tried, but nothing felt like it was going to work at all. Before Cleardex, I thought everything was going to be horrible. I thought that I was going to have to stop working. I thought I was going to have to find some other kind of job to do because not do what I loved because of it. And then after with it, I can do, anything now. I hold down two jobs now where I work, 8 hours a day and then I do freelance work on the computer at night and my eyes go all day long now. It was really nice that I had something that I didn't have to worry about any side effects with, with Clearadex. It was just wipe it on and you're done for the day, and that's all I needed to get done. I would put a high value on Clearadex because I know personally I can't live every day without it. Because without it, I wouldn't be able to do my job. I wouldn't be able to work. I wouldn't be able to go out and drive. I mean, driving was a problem for me. And now, I have no problems at all. Yeah, Clearadex, I mean, it basically returned my life to me. So, the cost of, a box of Clearadex is nothing compared to as getting a new job, getting, working on my other job and getting everything taken care of that I need to get done on a daily basis, which before I couldn't get done because I felt so bad.